Hello everyone, today we are showing you 3 shortcuts when you're walking around Edinburgh. So how are you all? Hope you are all happy and healthy and well out there. Just before we get started, I want to say a massive big hello to Rob and Rosie, who I've just bumped into on the Royal Mile, who are subscribers to the channel. They also sent me a video on Instagram, so because they've been here enjoying Edinburgh for the past few days, and every day they've been starting the day going, today we are going to wherever they're going, because in homage to the Broonford videos, which was lovely to meet you. Hello guys, it was so lovely to meet you, and thank you for sending the video as well. Right, okay, so today we're going to show you, I'm going to have that in my head now. We're going to show you 3 handy little walking shortcuts if you're travelling about Edinburgh. Now I know that actually I encourage you to explore and have a nice walk about. A little bit windier today. Try to get my back. I'm at the grassmarket as well. I'm trying to shelter. I do have a thing over my camera to make the sound better if it's windy, but still I want to try to shelter it as much as possible. What was I saying? Anyway, yes, I know I encourage you to walk about Edinburgh as much as possible, but sometimes when you've been here for a couple of days, you want to know the little shortcuts if you're knowing where you're going. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you 3. So I'm in the Grassmarket right now. Here's the Grassmarket. There it is, right behind me. This is Westboro Street, which just turns into Victoria Street. I suppose this part's Westboro Street, and it just magically becomes Victoria Street. And that's what we're going to do now, because there's some beautiful little shortcut steps that take you from here right onto the Royal Mile instead of walking the long way around. So let's show you that now. So here we go, travelling up Westboro Street. Now historically wise, Westboro Street actually was this street and went directly up. It went almost directly up onto the Royal Mile, and it was too steep. It was way too steep, so they eventually created Victoria Street and then created all these terraces and things, which is now what we have today, which is a beautiful street, and the street that apparently inspired Diagon Alley. Apparently inspired Diagon Alley for the Harry Potter films, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is a beautiful little shortcut that takes you from here onto the Royal Mile, and it's just up there. More of these outdoor seating things. Now I know in my last video I did say I do like them on Coburn Street and other areas. I have to say I don't know if I'm a fan of them on this particular street. I think it takes away from the beauty of this street a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. So we're going just beside Swish there, where you can see a little what's the word? Close. That's the word. How could I of all people forget the word close? If I want to get to the Royal Mile from where I am now, normally if you didn't use this, you would continue going up there, you'd go left, and then you would be on the Royal Mile. However, if you're going to the castle, that's a it's a bit of a walk. So these stairs here are beautiful, and that's where we're going to go right now. And there we go, we're at the Royal Mile. That's it. That's the whole journey. There is the Ensign York pub, right there. Oh, it's really windy. Just to show you where we've came out, is the Royal Mile. It's Royal Mile, that's Deacon Prody's pub, just right in the centre of the screen at the end there. This is where it's brought us out, right here. Upper Bow Street, that's called. And there is Edinburgh Castle. So as you can see, that is a beautiful little handy shortcut right there. And again, I don't know if you realise this, but it works both ways. If you're here at the castle, or you're at the top of the Royal Mile, and you want to go down to Victoria Street and the Grassmarket, you can just go that way as well. So much easier. In fact, let's not go that way. Let's show you how long the route would be if you didn't go that way to get to where we were, okay? Here we go. Edinburgh Castle. You get to here and you're like, let's go down to the Grassmarket. What way shall we go? Oh, well, I think we head down here and round. You could go that way. We're going to go this way. Excuse having to walk through here, but there is some building works going on. And there we are back at it now. There's the set of steps right there, so you can see. I know it's not a massive route. If you're here and you want to walk about like a local, and a little shortcut for you. So that's shortcut number 1. Shortcut number 2. Now we're on the Royal Mile, St Giles Cathedral right behind me here. So right smack in the middle of the Royal Mile, trying to give you your bearings a little bit. So yeah, you know, castle up that way, St Giles right behind me, Mary King's Close just there, Merky Cross right there. If you're on the Royal Mile, you want to try to get to Princes Street from here fairly quickly. A nice, really quick way, cut down Advocate Close, because if you didn't know, you could maybe go up, go down and then go round the mound. It's a little bit roundy, or you could go down to Coburn Street and then down the Royal Mile to Coburn Street and down. Here, if you cut down here, it takes you right to the bottom of Coburn Street really quickly, and then you are at Waverley Bridge and then you're on Princes Street really quickly. Really nice shortcut from the old town to the new town. So let's walk it now. And there we go, we have walked down Advocate Close, and that has brought us right down to the bottom of Coburn Street, right opposite Waverley Bridge, right opposite the Scott Monument. I'm getting ahead of myself there because you can't see that there, but there we go. Look at that. That's cut us straight down to the Scott Monument. Nice and easy to get to Princes Street, and also nice and easy to get to the Edinburgh Dungeon if you fancy going there. So that's a beautiful little shortcut, that one. Beautiful little shortcut. There is another one more that we're going to show you that gets you roughly about the same sort of thing as well. Both of these work both ways. However, that's going to mean going up steps. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. It's a lot of steps, but coming down is really nice and quick and easy. I'm going to go back up Coburn Street now, because we're going to do one more that cuts you down to this sort of area. But I think these sort of little tips and tricks, these sorts of nice little shortcuts, and it's always worth travelling down one of the closes, which you know I love to do because I did a whole series of going down every single close. Yeah, going down them, it'll cut your journey. If you know where you're going, you want to get there quickly. If you're having a day where you just want to wander about and explore, which I thoroughly encourage you to do, then don't worry about these. But if you're like, right, I know where I want to go today, this is where our starting point is. Let's try to get somewhere then. These are beautiful little shortcuts. And last, by no means least, the Scotsman Steps. The Scotsman Steps is a lovely little shortcut, but first I need to give you your bearings of where we are. And it's not, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not the greatest view right now. North Bridge is not looking great. It's getting a lot of work done to it right now. I mean, it's essentially just scaffolding. We get a lot of work done to it for a while. I think it stopped for a decent amount of time last year, pandemic-wise, so it probably should have been finished already, but it's not looking pretty, it's not looking great, but it's work that needs to be done to keep these things, you know, safe and moving and healthy. It is a main vein of the city, there's not much we can do about that. But anyway, so let's get your bearing. There's the Scott Monument, there's Princess Street, and that is Waverley train station right below me, and that is Market Street right below me again there as well, where Coburn Street takes us out to. Waverley Bridge, where we were just at, is just there, literally just there. And down there, and let me show you in a second, down there is Princess Street, the very east end of Princess Street. That's the Balmoral Hotel. So again, that's what I was talking about. That is the very east end of Princess Street. There's the Balmoral Hotel. Come up North Bridge here, and that's the Royal Mile. Right there, that's the Royal Mile. So we're kind of in between a lot of places. So if you find yourself here and you're like, oh, how do I, or if you're down on Market Street and you want to get up to this point, the Scotsman Steps are a great way to do it. So let me show you how to get to them. Come along here as if you're going to go into the Scotsman Hotel. And look, stairway to Market Street. And actually these steps, there is a story to all of this, but that's a video for another time. But this is a beautiful little shortcut, taking us right down to Market Street, taking us right down to the train station. There we go, it's winding, isn't it? See how all these stairs are different colours and everything? I will tell you the story of that at one point, how they're all different marbles. Not the most, you know, classic of filming shots, I know, but if I went to film school, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? Well, I might. Beautiful little cut down, bringing you out right here, right onto Market Street, right opposite Waverley train station. Look at that, how good is that? We were right at that corner, right there. That's where we started filming this section. There's Waverley Bridge, there's the Balmoral Hotel, this is Market Street, there's the Edinburgh Dungeon, right there. So see that? 3 beautiful little shortcuts. And again, this works both ways. There's the entrance to the Scotsman Steps that take you up through there, which is always a fun thing to go through anyway if you want to explore the city, and then takes you up to the top of that bit there. So hopefully that's going to help you out in the future as well. Hopefully that'll help. I think it's good for when you're coming to Edinburgh, if you're going to explore. I want you to really, you know, sometimes it's good to go to a city and get lost. That way you find really cool things. It's a nice way to explore and just go, oh, here, this is where I am. However, once you've been here for a few days, or if you're here with limited time, a short weekend or something, you do want to try to get places quicker, so it's nice to know these little shortcuts. So hopefully they will help you explore the city like a local. If you've enjoyed this, as always guys, please remember, leave a like, leave a comment, especially if you know other good shortcuts like that, because although all of those are very Royal Mile based, there's lots of little shortcuts and things like that. So if you've got any other suggestions of ones, we can make a part 2 and a part 3 and a part 4. And if you want to show your support for the channel, of course subscribe. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me if you'd subscribe. But also, if you want to show you're a proud Clan Broonford as you wander about Edinburgh, check out our merchandise. Go check out our merchandise. There's sweaters and hoodies and t-shirts and all these sort of things. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there for today guys. Until next time, bye humans.